Today we'll study about different mathematical forms of a straight line in two-dimensional plane. Here are two equations. The first equation is called general equation of linear equation in two variables. We studied this in class 9, where a, b, c are constants and x and y are the general coordinates of any point of a line. As every linear equation in two variable is actually an equation of a line also, that's why this is also called general equation of a line. Y equals mx plus c, this is called slope-intercept form of a line. You actually didn't study this, you studied this form in this format, y equals ax plus b, where a determines the slope and b determines the intercept. But the conventionally used variables for slope and the y-intercept are m and c respectively. Therefore, I'm just changing this equation in this form. So you have to actually learn these equations in these formats. So if you have been given the slope and the y-intercept, you can write down the equation of the line, where x and y are the coordinates of any point of that specific line. Third is the slope and x-intercept form. Means how will the equation of a line look like if you have been given the slope and the x-intercept rather than y-intercept. See, if you have been given a slope of any line as 1, definitely that line will look like this. Because the coordinates are 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, means x coordinate is equals to y coordinate. That means the equation is y equals x. Y equals x, that means the slope is 1, because y equals mx, the m is 1. So if the slope is 1, the line will look like this. But if you have been given the intercept c, the y-intercept is -1. That means what is given to you? Slope was given, so you predicted this. But when the intercept is given, that means the line does not pass through origin. It actually passed through this. Y-intercept means this. Okay, this is the y-intercept made by the line. So that means the line doesn't pass through here. It actually passed through here. So equation of this line is actually y equals x minus 1, because the slope is 1 and the intercept is -1. Okay, so this is the equation of a line for this. But what if instead of the y-intercept you have been given the x-intercept? Means x-intercept is -1. That means this is -1. No? So will the equation will be same? This one? No. If any line has the x-intercept this and the slope is 1, the line is actually this. Okay? X-intercept is given, that means the line cut out an intercept of this length when it passes through the x-axis. So that means the line is making this intercept on the x-axis. Intercept is actually the length of the line segment from origin till the point where the line intersects the x-axis. So when you have been given x-intercept, that means you have been given a piece of line segment, piece of the x-axis, and that line cuts off, intercepts off. Okay, so the equation of a line in this case cannot be y equals x minus 1, because that's the equation of this line. We want the equation of this line. So what to do? So here, if you have been given first thing, when the slope is 1, we can write it like this. The equation of a line is like this, but still we don't have c. We just have been given x-intercept, we don't have been given c. But when we have been given x-intercept, that means we are actually given this point. If somebody says the line makes x-intercept of -1, that means this point lies on the line. If the line makes an x-intercept of -2, that means the line has a point -2, 0. If the line makes an x-intercept of 3, that means the line passes through 3, 0. So here also, as the x-intercept is -1, so that means the line passes through this. Now, if we substitute this value here, then we will actually get the value of C. We can substitute this here, no, because y and x are coordinates, general coordinates of any point on the line. So this is also a point on the line, so we can replace y and x by these two, and in that way we'll get the value of C. No? So if I substitute it here, you'll get your C as 1, and that therefore the equation of a line will become y equals x plus 1. Third is slope x-intercept form. What will be the equation of a line if you have been given slope and the x-intercept? See, if any line has a slope 1, the line looks like this. The slope is 1. Here the coordinates of the line are 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. That means the x coordinate equals to y coordinate. That means the equation is actually y equals x, which implies the value of m is 1. That means m equals to 1. The line is this. Okay. But if you have been given the y-intercept as -1, that means the line does not pass through origin, because it makes y-intercept -1. Y-intercept means a piece of something. Okay, so y-intercept is c equals -1 means the line makes a piece of y-axis as -1. Okay, so that means the line actually passed through this point, and this is the y-intercept actually. This is the piece which lines cut out of the line from the, okay, so this is y-intercept. That means the line is actually this, and the equation of a line is y equals x minus 1. But if your slope is 1 and the x-intercept is -1, means you are not given this, you are actually being given this. The line cut off an intercept of -1 at the x-axis. So what is the equation of line? Will it be this? No. We said the line passes through this point. That means the line is this. So equation cannot be this, because this is the equation of this line. So what will be the equation of this line? Okay. So first thing, as you have been given the slope as 1, so we can say in this, we can change this equation to this. But we cannot substitute c equals -1 because that's the x-intercept, not the y-intercept. But if you have been given x-intercept, that means you have been given this point. No? If you have been given any intercept, you can actually determine the point on that line. If the x-intercept is -2, that means -2, 0 lies on the line. If the x-intercept is 3, that means 3, 0 lies on the line. Okay? Line makes an x-intercept of something, means the line passes through that point actually. So when you have been given this, we can substitute this point here, x and y coordinate here, because here y and x are actually the coordinates of general coordinates of any point on the line. So if we'll substitute this here, we'll get the value of c as see, if we'll substitute -1 here and 0 there, we'll get c equals to 1. So we got the value of c, and c is +1. That means the equation of a line is y equals x plus 1. So slope x-intercept form can be taken out, and what are we making use of? We are making use of only this. Now let's because we have to find out the slope x-intercept form, then we need an equation in general format. Okay, so let's take it out in general format. Slope you have been given, suppose the slope is given as m and the x-intercept as t. Then we'll repeat the same procedure. We'll substitute slope as m and c as t. Okay, intercept is t, that means this point lies on t. No, and you'll get C as minus MT if you'll substitute it here. Okay, and the equation of a line will become somewhat like this. This can be simplified too by taking out M common. No, therefore the slope x-intercept form of any line is actually equals to this. So this is the slope x-intercept form of a line. You have to learn these forms for the so that you can answer your questions quickly. Now the next is point slope form. Point slope form means you have been given the slope and a point on the line. This form is somewhere, this is easily derivable because you have been given a point on the line. Slope is already given, a point is also given. We can substitute that point in the line, okay, in the y equals mx plus c, and we can find out the value of c as we did earlier, and the point slope form will become this, where y and x are general coordinates of a line, x1 and y1 are the specific given coordinates on the line, and m is the slope of the line. Next, intercept form. This is different from slope intercept form, slope x-intercept form. Means you have been given the intercepts made by the line on the graph. Means this is the graph, then you'll be given the x-intercept and the y-intercept of the line. You know the line is actually this, but how to find out its equation? It's quite simple, no? But we'll be proving it in the general form because we are finding out general forms of every line. So you have been given the x-intercept and the y-intercept. Suppose the x-intercept is A and the y-intercept is B. Okay. So the 2 points on the line are A, 0 because this is the x-intercept and this is the y-intercept. Now these 2 points can be alternatively fixed in y equals mx plus c, and from this you'll get this equation, and from this you'll get this equation. So basically you got the value of c, and if we substitute c here, you'll get the value of m also. Okay, so which implies your c is actually equals to b and your m is actually equals to minus b over a. Now we can substitute it in y equals mx plus c, and we'll get this as the equation of a line, okay, which can be simplified further. If we take LCM, this will become ay minus a will shift ay equals minus bx plus ab, which can further be simplified like this, which can further be simplified like this. So intercept form is actually this form of a line, x over a plus y over b equals 1. So if we have been given x-intercept as 2 and x-intercept as minus 2 and y-intercept as 3, you can actually plug in the value and can directly write down the equation of a line. Next is 2-point form. Means you will be given 2 points on the line and you have to find out its equation. See, if you have been given 2 points, that means you have been given the values of x, y. No? So you can plug in those values in y equals mx plus c, okay, and you can obtain the value of m and c, as you will be getting 2 linear equation and 2 variables, no, which can be sorted for m and c, and in that way you'll get the equation of a line. Okay, but we are finding out the equations in the general format, so you need to plug in x1 y1 and x2 y2. When we follow this procedure, it's quite tedious. The values becomes very complex, and although they are correct, but the 2-point form which we are obtaining would be complex. See, what are we doing? We are learning different forms of line. Okay, so if we are learning them, means we are actually creating shortcut so that we can, when we get the values, we can plug in and write down the equation of a line. So plugging in such complex value and then retaining that formula is itself tedious. Then why do we need? We actually don't need such equation. Okay, so here 2-point form, I'm just using some other method. Okay, for that you must understand what is slope. No, I know you understand what is slope, but still have a look at this. Suppose we have a line. How do we find out its slope? See, slope is the tilt. How do we find out the tilt? Tilt is actually, you can say tilt can be tilt is actually the angular displacement of a line with the horizon. No, You can say that. Or if you have any point on the line, by dividing its y coordinate by x coordinate, that is also the slope. No? See, we simply cannot say the height of the line is the slope. The greater the height, the greater is the slope, because this one line has many heights. So we cannot use height for slope. What do we use? We actually use ratio of perpendicular to base. If we divide its y coordinate by its x coordinate, means perpendicular by base, that is slope. No? Greater the value of p, greater is the p over b ratio, and greater is the slope. So p to b ratio is actually used for the slope of a line. Okay, and that can be obtained from anywhere. Means if you have been given another point on the line and another, so the p to b ratio can be obtained by simply constructing a right angle triangle and then finding out the ratio of p to b. No? You know, these two triangles, this triangle and this one here, these are similar. No? So p to b ratio is gonna be similar only. Now here so this is how we can find out the slope also. Okay, now this slope can also be found out by tangent of this angle, because that is also p over b. Now see, if we have to specify this line, then what should be there? Then the slope obtained by joining any general point with this point. Okay, if we join this point with this and find out the slope, and if we join this point with this and find out the slope, that must be same. Okay, so as it is a general coordinate of this line, so it's collinear with this. So slope obtained from here and slope obtained from here should be same. Okay, if we have some point here, if we join it to this and find out the slope, and we join it to this and find that's not gonna be same. Okay, so that ways, if we equate the slope, then the line become specific. No? So simply here what we can say, y minus y1 over x minus x1 means slope obtained from here should be equals to the slope obtained from this right angle triangle when this is joined to this, or this is joined to this, whatever. Means slope obtained from this point should be slope obtained from this joined to this. No? So here, so this is actually just, if you look at this is the equation of a line. How come? First thing, this is a specific line when we write it. It's not gonna be same for every line. Okay, because here we have two specific coordinates. Okay, and this is the general coordinate. Okay, so this is the equation of a line, because when we get the value of this y1, x1, y2, x2, we will get an equation in y and x only. So this is the 2-point form of a line. Okay, I hope you understood. The next one is the normal form. Normal form means you will be given a line and you will be given the length of the perpendicular to it through the origin. You will be given this, and you will be given the angle made by the normal with the x-axis. Now this is quite simple. If you have to obtain the equation of a line when you will be given p and phi. Okay, so see, your normal, the equation with which you are well acquainted of is y equals mx plus c. No? So can you find out the slope of this if you have been given p and phi? And can you find out these intercept c? See, we can easily find out the intercept. How come? This is given to us p. This length would be given. So in this right angle triangle, you have been given length. You can easily find out this hypotenuse. Why? Because you will be given this angle. As this is phi, so this is 90 minus phi. So phi would be given. You can calculate 90 minus phi. That means intercept can easily be calculated. And can you calculate the slope? We can easily calculate. We can take these 2 points on the line. Okay, and then we can complete this right angle triangle, and we can easily find perpendicular because we would be having this angle, and we can easily find out this base also. No, so by finding P to B ratio, we can arrange for the slope also. Okay, you all must reach this. This is the normal form of the line. So these are the 7 forms of the line, and many more can be generated. Basically, these are the part of your syllabus, and many more forms can be generated. No, means if I give you something else instead of these all variables, if I give you something, some information which specifies a line, then you should be able to find out the general form of a line with those specific details. No, so I hope you understood. You all have to learn these equations for the quick progress of the means for quickly solving the questions. Okay, that's all for this video. Thank you.